as you begin to think about words, language and communication in a new way, allowing your mind to wander effortlessly through the landscape of possibilities. You might begin to notice, just for a moment, how the simplest words, they can carry multiple meanings, how they can gently guide your thoughts in one direction, yet also nudge you in another. Isn't it fascinating how one word can open a doorway to a world of different experiences, all at once, in the background of your mind, without you even consciously realizing it? Almost like when you hear a word and something familiar comes to mind, or perhaps a sense of curiosity stirs within you, as if you're on the brink of discovering something new. Now let's think about how powerful this can be. How one seemingly simple word, like now, can become something much more, shifting and reshaping its meaning in ways that are subtle, yet undeniably effective. Because after all, now, it's not just about time, is it? It's not just about the moment you're in right now. It can also, ever so quietly, become an invitation to take action. Can you feel that? Notice how your mind just dances between the two meanings, by now and by now. As you continue to explore, you might start to notice something about how the mind works. When you hear a word, you don't just hear it in one way. Your mind automatically searches through all the associations you have with that word. Maybe it's a memory, maybe it's a feeling, maybe it's a picture that flashes in your mind. All of this happens in an instant, outside of your conscious awareness, allowing you to access not just one meaning, but an entire range of possibilities you can draw from. And isn't it fascinating? It's all happening below the surface, without effort, without strain. And here's the thing, the more you begin to notice how the mind works, the more you can see the incredible power the language holds. It's not just the words themselves, it's the way they connect, the way they overlap, the way they build upon one another in the most subtle and profound ways. So imagine being able to tap into that power, effortlessly guiding your thoughts, your feelings and your actions, with nothing more than a well-chosen word. Imagine how much easier it would be to create that exact experience you desire, with nothing more than the language you use. Just consider this in a conversation. The words you use, they don't just carry their literal meaning. No, they carry all the possibilities, all the potential, all the nuances that are embedded in your voice, in your tone, in the way you emphasize certain words. And when you speak, the mind of the person listening doesn't just focus on one meaning. No, it takes in everything at once. It hears the literal meaning, and at the same time, it processes everything beneath the surface, everything that's implied, everything that's hinted at. Now think about how often this happens, especially in conversations that have an emotional impact, where one word, one phrase can change everything. Picture yourself hearing someone say, "By now, you can see this is the best car." On the surface, it seems like an innocent statement. But underneath, there's a subtle nudge, the suggestion to act now, to buy now. And what's amazing is, even if you're not consciously aware of it, your mind picks up on the shift. It senses the invitation. It's already processing the deeper layers of meaning. It's already at work, deciding what to do next. And you might even notice how this works in all sorts of settings, whether it's in marketing, in relationships, or in casual conversations. The words we use, they carry such incredible power, shaping beliefs, guiding actions, and influencing decisions in ways we may not even realize at first. In fact, the more you explore the way language shapes your experience, the more you begin to see the many, many ways that words can guide people towards their deepest desires and intentions. And now imagine yourself for a moment, noticing how language can be used to guide your own experience. How with every word you choose, you can shape your own thoughts and actions. With just a shift in how you speak to yourself, you can unlock new possibilities, activate different responses, and open doors to the most amazing experiences. You see, in the world of language and communication, what's said is only part of the story, and sometimes it's what's not said, what's suggested, what's implied that holds the key. And as you begin to explore this more deeply, it's almost as if you've unlocked a secret door to understanding, one that lets you see the world of language in an entirely new way. Can you feel how much more effective communication becomes when you're aware of all the levels at play? Can you imagine how much easier it is to connect with others when you know exactly how to guide their thinking, gently and naturally? When you understand how ambiguity can lead to clarity, how the space between words can hold infinite possibilities, you no longer simply are using language, you're dancing with it, weaving it into the fabric of your reality, creating experiences with every sentence, every thought, every word. And the more you practice this, the more natural it becomes, almost like you're discovering a hidden power within yourself. Because after all, every word you speak, every phrase you choose, carries with it the potential to guide, to suggest, to shape. You don't just speak, you create. And as you create, you begin to realize you can choose the path you walk, simply by choosing the language you use. Isn't that empowering? Isn't it exhilarating, knowing you have the tools to shape your experience in such a deep and lasting way? And as you continue on this journey, remember, each word you speak, each sentence you form, is part of a much larger dance, one that reaches deep into your subconscious and beyond, guiding you, nudging you, shaping you. And with every word, you can create an even more incredible version of your world, one where everything aligns just the way you want it. The possibilities are limitless, and it all begins with the words you choose.